What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Unreal Engine 4 game development live stream where we're back in Project Hero, action adventure game we're building from scratch using Unreal Engine 4, C++, blueprints, the gameplay ability system plugin, and all that good stuff. So it's been, I think, more than a week, honestly, since we jumped into this. So I'm kind of, first and foremost, not sure where we left off. So I gotta look into my my task tracker thing. I gotta log in first. Did I get it right the first try? Maybe. Yo, 13 months, Sandra? Damn. Thanks so much for dropping by. Yeah. Game dev stream time. So, you know, what we've been working on is trying to get... Oh, recently... I did take care of cleaning out my directory and cleaning out my project and everything like that, so I'm happy about that. But we've also been working on our bow and arrow mechanics. Oh yeah, I remember now. We're trying to get the bow to be attached to the player character. Right now he's on the feet, but we do have, you know, the actual kind of mechanic kind of going. The whole releasing of everything doesn't look the greatest. I'm curious if there's another asset for it, or animation, but we'll see. Yeah, content management for the win. Something you gots to do, always gots to do. Ironically enough, at work, I'm figuring out the best folder and file structure that we should be using, so that's also pretty interesting. I love doing that. Yeah, the whiteboard literally has nonsense on it. I don't know if you can read what it says, but it's just a bunch of random stuff. So let's continue where we kind of left off, and that's trying to get this bow and arrow attached correctly. That's what she said. Okay. So we got the hero weapon base and everything, and we have we have weapons granting abilities, and that's something I want to have. And I think I have something in blueprints. So it basically tells us if we have bow and arrow equipped. Okay, so we have input action unequip. Yeah, and that's F. Okay, so that basically lets us unequip our bow. So right now we have it equipped, we have this ability. I press F. I no longer have that ability. Well, thank you, Sandra. I'm always open for compliments. So, yeah, I gotta get a haircut soon, but you know, I think I look good these days. Sometimes I look better than other days. Like I'm just after the gym. I don't shower after the gym right away. So I'm kind of like post sweaty. Okay, I gotta focus for just a second to remember what we're doing. So yeah, attaching the bow. So let's break this down. I believe it first happens in the player character. So yeah, we're doing a bunch of shit when we populate the default weapons. Yeah, so here we're attaching to F-name root. Okay. So I think for our character, I think we gotta make an explicit socket for our bow. So I think, yeah, probably spine 2 should be the parent that we're gonna be working with. So add a socket, and we'll call this bow socket, I think is good. And then just let's go to our weapon. We have our bow. Here's our skeleton mesh, SK Hero Bow. Add that preview asset, and it should give us a good idea. Okay, so it's basically it's through our test, which is fine. It just gives us an opportunity now to kind of position it as we want. What kind of sucks is that it's not like it. The actual root of this mesh, what should I call it? The actual transformer of the mesh is not in the exact middle, but we can live with that. All right, now that's in his butt. So let's pull it out just a bit more. Maybe rotate it. Let's take off rotation. So I think something like that is okay. But we also have to consider, because this is just literally the bow, and we have to also consider the other part of the mesh, which we got from we got a lot of this stuff from the archery system, but we're not going to look at any of their implementation. We're just looking at it and using the assets for it. So there's this character mesh, there's the bow, we got meshes. So yeah, the quiver, that's what it's called. And I don't like how this quiver is angled by default. That's gonna be pretty inconvenient for us. Maybe. Oh fuck. Yeah, remove. Okay, how the fuck do I get rid of this? Like, literally pressing delete doesn't do anything. Remove all attached assets. Okay, we'll start over, right? Add preview asset, we'll do quiver. Yeah, see, like, that I think might be... Like, it's literally in his chest, but maybe that'll be okay. Type in bow. Yeah, so that's where our problem kind of lies. How to best handle this? Like, should I make an explicit socket for the quiver? How is this attachment different from the one you do in the character BP? So you're talking about like explicitly putting it in here? Like, well, the only... Also, the quiver is really on the back, only in the movies mostly. Oh, I didn't know that. I'm going off of what Hawkeye's doing, and I know he always had it on his back. So what I'm trying to accomplish here is I want to be able to kind of spawn these certain types of actors at runtime, and basically when I spawn them at runtime, I want to then, you know, attach them, and I want to know which socket to actually attach them into. So something I'm gonna have to reconsider too is I have these skeletal mesh components for the primary weapon and shield, Because my thought process was to literally just set the skeletal mesh, but instead, I think I do have to kind of spawn these things. So that's what I'm kind of doing here. Like I spawn it, I add it to the equipped weapons, and I call equip weapon, which does a bunch of other things. Like I definitely need to focus a lot on cleaning up this populate default weapons kind of thing. I'm probably gonna have to make a function just called spawn weapon, and I'm probably gonna have to get rid of these these components that we have. I don't think they're gonna be necessary, so I think I just gotta I have to consider where I want these things to be on this body and make these sockets for them. And then at runtime, basically see which weapons I want to equip and then kind of apply it that way. Well, either way, you have to kind of make a socket for it, I think. So for now, let's just make the assumption that we need to have both a bow socket and a quiver socket. Let's just go under that assumption. So I guess we put it under spine 3. And we have one for the shield. And then we have one for the bow. But also, a lot of it also, yeah, because like if you notice, like we need animations for like actually getting a bow. I think it would be nice to have. I just don't know if we have it. So what the heck is that? Okay, so this is Texi montage. That kind of just looks ridiculous. I don't know what that's for. So we have crouching. Alright, we have these retargeted ones. This one. Is there some way to make a basic animation in Unreal? I know there's a way to adjust an existing one. I had to do that for this project. So, like for example, you know, you have something like this, but you could, for example, I gotta remember actually how to do it. To adjust one to have the movement you need, I don't know actually. I'm not sure. I don't remember how I actually did that part. Really for make animations with engine. Let's look at this real quick.
Okay, so let's create and yeah, that's what that looks. I'm going to slow down the camera there. So what I'm going to do is it's just gonna be very easy for you if you understand.
Alright, do we just have to scrub the timeline? Or am I missing a window or some shit? Oops. Recording settings. Not sure. Let's keep looking.
Okay, so
I guess I
let's
prematurely guessed what was happening. Okay, do you have to select a bone? Yeah, okay. So you selected something you want to adjust. So you could, for example, you know, add a key. And then, I don't know, make him go like this. Add a key. And then put him back down. Add a key, and then you can have something like that if you wanted to. But like to make like full-on explicit animations, I'm not sure. You can take existing animations and adjust them, do minor small things and stuff like that. Let's remove that. We don't want that to happen with this animation. But I gotta find. So that's idle. All right, bound, nice. Bound and gag me, daddy. Aiming custom. Cast. No, that's not exactly what we want. There's emoting. Okay. Fire arrow. Alright, well, we definitely need that. What animations do we already have? Just those. Okay. So let's just try to take everything that we need. There's also fire arrow and grab new. So retarget. Oh yeah, this should be much easier. Now that we don't have a billion fucking assets. Okay. So is there one called grab new? Let's just say grab. Just primary fast fire grab arrow. Interesting. I don't think they have the animation that I kind of need. So all this jogging shit. Okay, jumping. Low start alt. Okay, that's just when he comes in. All right. Respawn. There has to be an equip at least. Really? Okay, here we go. He's just like nice. Okay. I guess we could just reverse it when we need to unequip it. Okay. What else do I need? Let me just look at where this stuff's located. So this is some blend spaces, okay. Hold on, I'm getting some messages. How's everything going for you, Sandra? How's your week started? did I create copies? You gotta tell me force delete, right? Yeah, go fuck yourself, Unreal sometimes. Goddamn. Can't complain. Alright, fair enough. Yeah, also while we're here, let's make an equip weapon function. We might have to extend this down to actually the base character class. Yeah, your colleague is either super dumb or super lazy. I mean, could be both. Low column A, column B, you know? Alright, let's go into our characters. This is where we have all these components. We have upper body, feet, yeah, so all this stuff is, we don't need the primary this and this. Let me just add to do. Remove both, get both primary. I think it's also up here, right? Boom. Honestly, it seems to be both. I mean, anything you're able to share? Is he like, are they making like just mistakes or? Where do I put this? Populate default weapons. Void equip weapon. Maybe we'll have a bool that says play animation. Maybe another one for unequip. Weapon. Bool B play unequip. I guess I should also take a weapon. So a hero item. Weapon base. Weapon. Okay. In a month, we've been working on this guy. I made pretty much everything: abilities, data, and connection, montage, physics. So he was just in charge of the behavior tree. Till yesterday, he didn't manage to make the guy do a single thing. The fix took me 30 minutes. Wow. You got skills. Oh yeah, this one will also take. Okay. Let's say you function. Of course, it'll be blueprint callable. Category. Guess it'll have to be hero. Weapon. Same thing with this one. I wish it's basic that all our what? I wish it's basic that all of our calls end up with me questioning everything I know about intelligence. Oh, it's so basic that all of our calls end with me. Oh, okay. I mean, that sucks. Is there anyone you can kind of like complain to? or do you not really care and you kind of just needed a voice to complain? Because, you know, Lord knows I've been there. Equips a passed-in weapon. Optional bool to play equip animation. Let's default this to true. On equips, okay. Generate definitions of these bad boys. Sorry about the typos, but basically that gives me more space to learn. I mean, it sounds like, you know, it's kind of like a bad thing, but it's also a good thing if you're getting a chance to learn. And it seems like you're surrounded by people who are willing to teach, and you know, and I think overall you're taking advantage of the situation for your own sake. So it's probably for the best, honestly. Like, if this guy's not gonna learn, then go fuck himself. Yeah, I've been going to therapy these last few weeks, and they've been helping me a lot. I've been doing a lot better about, you know, staying calm, remaining calm. When bugs come up, trying not to immediately react to the situation, to kind of step back and kind of fucking, you know, keep it easy, you know. Me getting angry or flustered or depressed is not going to make that bug fix any faster. And so I'm trying not to let that kind of stuff affect me. And I've been going in a positive direction, I think. It doesn't happen as much. I catch myself and I tell myself to, you know, relax and calm down. You know, still a lot to go. I've only gone to like 3 or 4 sessions or something, but it's helpful. Yeah, like just in general, like keeping calm is the only thing you can do. Yeah, I think it's good. Yeah, it's definitely good. I'm trying to take it as seriously as I can. You know, therapy is new to me. You know, there's still a lot of problems, but you know, I'm working on it. Okay, where were we? So we want to call equip weapon, right? So we don't really need to call this if. We're gonna do that with an equip weapon. So let's just what do we want to do? We'll call equip. So just call it equip weapon, right? And we'll say, yeah, weapon. False. Okay, so like the actual problem is the spawning part. So do we want the spawning to occur in the equip? That's the question, I guess. Or is there like should we make a separate function called spawn weapon? Let's do one for just for spawning. Who knows what we'll need in the future, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, there's other parts of my life that I'm still trying to figure out as well through therapy. You know, trying to understand my family issues, and I'm trying to break away from always trying to be the funny guy. You know, trying to allow myself to feel more feelings than just happiness and goofing around, allowing myself to be sad when I do need to be sad. Letting myself be depressed when I should be depressed. Try not to, you know, always try to cure everything with humor. Sometimes things aren't meant to be cured. I guess these should be booleans, actually. Just so we could say, hey, you know, success on it, you know. So I'll have to remember to, let's remember it now. And we'll just say return true for the moment. Don't cry. It's okay. And, you know, I've always had trouble with things like food and, you know, overindulging. You know, I still overindulge all the time. We're trying to work on that. I'm glad. I'm glad I'm doing it. I'm glad you like seeing it. Hopefully, when we see each other again up in the summer, you'll like what you see. You know. Yeah, we're calling this spawn weapon. And this one's gonna take his T subclass of, I believe it's a hero and weapon base. Weapon to spawn. Is there anything else that we would require when spawning a weapon? In case you're curious, here's a great book. Let's see. Healing the Shame That Binds You. Fuck yeah. No, I'll read that. Let me just, I use this website called Book Repository. So we'll add that to the basket. I kind of want to read some Shakespeare, honestly. So, what Shakespeare book should I read? I was always curious about Midsummer Night's Dream. So let's add that to the basket. Yeah, let's order it now. First, you gotta apply some stuff. Let's see if we got anything from Honey. Nope. Yeah, kind of just midstream book ordering. I did finish a good game design book. And I gotta start another one. The Tempest is the only thing I can actually read from him. I don't think I've read that one. I think I've only read Romeo and Juliet and Hamlet. Phone number, okay. I also have to, I think I have to switch banks at some point. Just because they have all these things called trusted profiles in Poland. You need it for taxes, and my current bank doesn't do that. Alright, let's confirm everything with the bank. I also bought these sparkler fireworks on Saturday. I'm having my it's already been my 3-year anniversary in Poland. It was on April 1st on Friday, but we're gonna celebrate this coming weekend on Saturday. And I bought those like sparkler fireworks that you can hold in your hands. And you know, I rented this party apartment. I also rented a party bus. Yeah, time does fly, honestly. Like 3 years already. It's fucking crazy. I also heard about the elections in Serbia. You know, Vucic, everyone says he stole the election and everyone's pissed. Is that the case? Is that what you've been hearing? Alright. So when it comes to spawning a weapon, I guess we don't need anything. That we want to spawn the weapon. Yeah, I mean, like, there should be, like, because like in America you can only have a total of 2 terms as president. Yeah, I mean, it's exhausting too, having to protest every single time and having nothing happen. I possibly we would maybe want to add another thing to say. Trying to think. So it spawns the weapon class passed in. Maybe we can say what weapon type. Yeah. Yeah, so we should call it E-weapon type. Probably gonna get an error here. He has been a prime minister 1 term and a president now 2nd term. Head of parliament 4 years before all that. Oh my god. Like, is there a limit to like actual presidential terms? Like, is it 2? Is he done after this? Two in a row. So after a year break, he can go again? A prime minister again. Jesus Christ. Okay. We have our functions. So yeah, let us call. So. Yeah, we also need to return the weapon spawned. So I believe we do something like Alright. Spawned weapon. Something like that, I think. So let's say let's say a hero weapon item base current weapon. No. Spawned weapon equals, and then we call spawn weapon, and we put weapon I say like type. What would be the best way to write this? Hola, Patrick Reno. How's it going? How you doing? I gave my colleague the task to make the character's weapon spawn when he loses 35% health. I am 99% sure he won't be able to make it by tomorrow. Believe in the team. Believe in the heart of the cards. So how is the best thing to be? I guess we shouldn't actually have weapon type. So weapon type will be just resolved. Can I say like that? Okay. Non-con. All right, I need more information from this. Can I say something like that? Yeah, Billy's, working a lot. He wanted to play tonight, but I wanted to stream this instead. But he's doing okay. He's doing fine. Can I say something like that? No. Can I write something like that? Yeah, gotta get rid of that. So that's valid. So I guess I could say if like that because it returns. Then we can call equip weapon. And what does it need? Spawn weapon, and we'll just say true. So we're gonna get rid of this. We gotta keep this enum type. So we gotta do this. So we gotta do it in spawned weapon. So if weapon to spawn, I guess we could do something cleaner like this. So if we won't do not, we'll do equals null pointer. Whoop, yeah. Return false. And then the rest just happens here. He's got to be E weapon type. Oh yeah, we gotta actually do this inside of equip weapon. So this has got to be weapon. So E, that. So weapon to spawn. We definitely gotta change this enum type too. Like primary weapon, secondary weapon, shield, those names. Shield makes kind of sense. But we'll have to say, like, how should I say primary weapon? If I want to, if it's like is bow and arrow gonna count as a primary weapon, or do I want to say like what would you call like swords and axes and like flails? Like I don't know what you would call those things. I guess we'll say, well, usually your default setup is your primary weapon. Yeah. But basically how I want to kind of label this is like, depending on what weapon it is, you'll assign it to the appropriate slots, like the appropriate socket on your back. So, you know, secondary weapon, you know, maybe that's like a small dagger or something. So maybe it's better to say like sword, axe. I actually explicitly kind of label these things. So let's write it that way. Melee and ranged. Interesting. I like that. Thank you for that. That's why you're smart and beautiful, Sandra. You go, girl. It's a ranged weapon. We'll say range. More or less good. Okay, so now we're gonna have to fix our... Yeah, we're gonna have to fix this. So we're gonna have to say melee weapon, range weapon, shield. Okay. I'm fairly certain there's going to be I'm fairly certain there's going to be compile errors because we did change a lot. Okay, so this is the fox. And we make the fox fucking huge for some reason. Okay. What's wrong with this? Do I have to say... Can I literally just say this? Okay, let's just do it like that for now. Let's just see what the damage is. Okay, weapon type is not a class or namespace name. As expected. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Not bad. So things to look at first. We have these weapons. They should default to melee weapon. Which they do. But what about the bow? Switch that to range. And then the shield. Okay, so that stayed the same. Perfect. So, in general, we should not see actually any kind of change. We have default weapons with BP bow. So we should be able to spawn. And yeah, it's still stuck on our butt. But totally cool. So trying to think what could be the most robust way to handle this, because now we have to make sure we spawn it to the correct socket. Then we kind of already put those sockets in. thinking we need to make a weapon data object or weapon data asset class, and there we can explicitly say, okay, spawn this weapon with like this scale, you know, this transform at this socket location, and maybe you have other properties of the weapon, or we can literally just have it in the actual weapon class. It might save us a data asset. We could literally just say, you know, hero item, and you know, attach socket name or something. Maybe that's that's probably the better way to do it. So let's try to do that. And I guess we should also do something with unequip while we're here. So if weapon equals null, turn false, and then yeah, we'll definitely have to put a line here. Add logic about playing unequip nation, and then I guess we gotta say what weapon unequip weapon. Okay. Should also add comments to these bad boys. Do that now so we don't forget. So I believe equip weapon what? Basically, so it just applies the abilities if there are. Okay. So, all right. We'll say equips weapon by applying all abilities outlined. No, all abilities in weapon ability data. Where's weapon ability data? I'm kind of confused. This shit. Am I blind? Where am I actually declaring this? Oh, it's an item base. Okay. Well, weapon ability data is a bad fucking name. So we'll call it hero item ability data. We know it's a bad name because I thought it was in weapons and I got hella confused. So hero item ability data is better, explicitly better. So what was I trying to think of doing? We equip the weapon. Oh yeah, socket save. Okay. Also just finish what we're doing here. So unequipped weapon by, is it canceling? Removing. Cool beans. Yeah, now I need to have these few properties. So right now we'll just do the one. Anywhere. Read blueprint. Read only category. Rules. Hero. Item. I don't know why weapon type is at one. I'm gonna just say weapon. Okay. This could be F name. Attachment socket. Now, go back to character. Now under spawn weapon, we're actually on equip weapon. No, it's just spawn weapon. We'll equip it. We'll just spawn the weapon. We'll attach it to the socket. Because when we do equip, we'll play the animation kind of unattach and kind of move that location. I think it's gonna be tricky. I got this like one thing in my nose, this booger. Forgive me for picking my nose. Maybe I can do it. So that. So we spawn the weapon and then we equip it. Maybe we don't have to equip it. Maybe we have to maybe we want to explicitly press a button to equip it. So there are let's look at other spawn actors. Method calls. So we got spawn parameters. So I can literally put F actor spawn parameters. No. Okay. The location, rotation, spawn parameters. Okay, we can do a transform. So can we say No, we have to. Yeah, we'll have to. Can we get the default object and get the location from that way? Was that even the right thing to do? Can I say like weapon to spawn dot get default object attachment socket? Did I say something like that? Okay. Okay, let's try this. So F transform spawn transform equals get mesh get socket transform weapon to spawn dot get default object attachment socket. Okay. And then can I just say, I forget what the, okay, so I can put in the transform those params. Okay, or not. Why? Oops. Oh. There we go. Should be okay. I guess. Maybe we can have additional check here to say like if attachment socket equals ftech what none. Turn false. We should. This is gonna be like const. I guess we should also put some logs in. Tell you, okay, you fucked up. So log temp error. Okay, weapon to spawn class is valid. So something like that, more or less. What is this problem? So it could be. Oh, it's because of the candle casing not being there. I don't know. Okay. Okay. Does this set need to be const? Can it be const? Okay. Like I want to say that. Local variable spawn weapon is reassigned in all paths before being read. Alright, let's just leave it like that. Okay. See if we run into a problem here. And I think all we have to do is go into our weapon, the bow, tell it what socket to go to, and then, you know, fingers crossed, it gets put into that transform. So let's open up our bow. And let's go into our player character as well, just to remind ourselves of the skeleton. I think we hit with bow, so bow socket. Okay. I don't like how these are separate though. Isn't that weird? Is it because there's no spaces in between? I don't know. I kind of want to look at that in a second. All right, fingers crossed. All right, it spawned there, but we didn't attach it. But hey, not bad, not bad. So let's get these no spaces in between. See if it fixes that issue. Yeah, you know, we worked so hard. Yeah. Okay, because we're not equipping it. Which is true. So this switch is actually not in the right spot.
This world has room for everyone.
So, add logic about playing
Good Earth is rich
equip animation.
and can provide for everyone. The way of life can be free and beautiful.
And then this. Okay, this function is kind of doing a lot, but maybe it's not a big deal. And then we can use attachment socket. We'll have to do something about that later with the shield. Let's just comment that out. Okay. Oops. The fact that we're compiling code tonight is pretty much a win. So, count the dubs when you can. Oops. Alright. Again, moment of truth. Play. Fuck. Alright, let's look for bow. Off to walk the doggo? Alright. Thanks for stopping by. Alright, so why is it attached incorrectly? Let's debug this just for a little bit. Maybe about 15 minutes or so. See if we can't figure this out. So we have it. It's just not attached. So is it something with the spawn transform rules? So keep world transform, maybe we could try that. Okay. All right. And it is attached. Unfortunately, it goes through the hood. I guess the only thing we can really do is adjust it. I don't think it's a big deal if it's kind of hovering. We can always like add like a cool effect or something that says like, hey, you know, it makes sense that it's hovering kind of thing. Technically it's on the hood, so I guess it's not too bad. It's not perfect by any means, but it's okay. But now the current issue is I don't think my abilities are being granted. So let's look at our abilities. So we have sprint, evade, backwards, sidestep, right, sidestep, sheath, block, jump, forward. Yeah, so we're not actually equipping anything, which is what we've kind of said we were explicitly not doing. So we got to I think just for the sake of it, we'll say because like it's weird because we want to, when we equip, we want to play the animation and kind of just have you kind of good to go, right? And then when you unequip, you put it back. So maybe that's where we can use like the one key, for example, is to like equip something. And I think we have some explicit input parameters for that, like ability 1. And let's see, do we have anything in our ability 1? Because like we literally might just put ability 1 as being equipping your item. We have a data asset. So nothing there, so let's write that down for next time. We managed to do kind of a little bit, that's not too bad. So where are we on bow and arrow mechanics? Yeah, so we have to do equipping, unequipping, basic mission. So let's add some new tabs here. Create new equip ability. Place appropriate equip montage based on weapon, I guess. Well, what else do we got to do? I guess also with this equip ability, should also handle unequip. And it's kind of good. That we kind of have these, that we made these functions kind of blueprint callable. So to like equip weapon, we have, you're able to kind of just handle it. Oh yeah, I'm also curious if what we did to fix that thing in an issue with our weapons. Like the categories was kind of weird. Let's see. Yeah, that fixed it, okay. It's weird that that's not alphabetical by default. But okay. Oh yeah. We also gotta give it bow and arrow abilities. Maybe that was the problem? No, because we're not equipping it either. So yeah, that's what we'll do next time, I think. We made some decent progress here. So let us do our usual. Let's submit to Perforce. And for those, I don't know if I have anything for Twitch actually. So for those watching, if you aren't already following, feel free to hit the follow button. Stay up to date with the Project Hero progress. Try to stream a couple times a week. Sometimes I also do some playing games and things like that. So if you want to watch that, great. There is definitely one for our Discord, right? Really? No, I'd break all these commands. Let me see Twitter. For sure, I guess I broke all these commands, so that kind of sucks. Anyways, let us, since there's a couple of hits here, let's raid Honest Band Games. So thanks for watching, everybody. Tomorrow I can't stream. I got plans for the evening. On Wednesday, we'll definitely jump back into it for sure. We kind of hit the ground running, which I like with this. So I appreciate everyone stopping by. Sandra, thanks for stopping by and talking. Thanks for saying hello, Pat. I appreciate it. Everyone else watching, thank you so much. Have a good Monday evening. Hope everything goes well for the rest of your guys' nights. And see ya on Wednesday. And there we go. Alright, I guess for now I'll do it like this. I don't know, I gotta fix the other screen or whatever we want to call it. But again, yeah, what we're doing, just to demonstrate the sliding mechanic. Alright, I think we're good now. I just reduced it. Hopefully it's okay. Am I able to get confirmation? Yeah, hats off. Okay. All right, maybe we'll just have to go back to this setup. Not a big deal. I'll investigate this weekend. That won't take too long. But okay, so let's break down the sliding mechanic, right? So the sliding mechanic, it happens with control, the control key, but only when we're sprinting. Or I think it's either that or the C key. Okay, it's the C key. So yeah, when we're walking or we're not moving, we're crouching, but when we're sprinting, we're sliding. And there's a couple things I don't know what I want to do with this, right? Because obviously, yeah, it looks nice, and right now it's like a time window. Well, but I don't know if that's how we want to do it. So like, I'm curious if I want to basically fire off a delegate and track your velocity, and when you get to a certain threshold, it just brings you back out. Or if it's gonna be like that, and a combination of like while you have it held down the button, and if you let go, it kind of brings you out of it. So there's a couple different questions we have to answer there before I would say like I'm ready to move this mechanic to C++. So I guess the first thing we can do, let's just connect that and just plug it directly into that. There should be a wait task thing, like something pressed, right? Wait input pressed. So I think it's release. Yeah, wait input release. And then on release, we could end the ability, right? So say for example we want to do that, and instead of this wait delay, right? So for example, now in theory, I should stay like this until I let go of the button. So I'll let go now, and we're out, right? So I think that definitely is better, but I think there is a delegate that returns like our current velocity. If there isn't, then we might have to make one. Because like, you know, we could, I don't think you can have timers in ability blueprints. Can we? Set timer. Okay, we can. We could make a timer that checks velocity. But I mean, if one already exists, within the character, I'm assuming either the character or the character movement component. So velocity, is there anything for velocity? Best way to look for this is assign, and then we're gonna get all the delegates. So we got movement mode change on character movement updated. I don't think that's it, but we'll see. Okay, it has old velocity. This could be it, but like I don't know how often it's actually getting called. So let's just throw a print string in, and we'll just see how long it. Let's see how often it goes. Oh yeah, okay, all the time. So let's print. I don't know why I deleted that. Let's print old velocity. So, oh my god, are we gonna make that jump? Okay. Yeah, okay. So all we really gotta do is... I don't think we need to normalize. I think we need to get length. I keep deleting this print string and then automatically needing it again. So getting the vector length, we're actually gonna get a singular float that we can then compare to another float. So this is basically, when we get the vector length, we're then getting the actual speed. We don't care about direction, right? It doesn't matter. So boom. So I would say maybe about 400. So let's clean this up a bit. And a nice little thing you can do with delegates is you can create an event dispatcher, just so you don't have to have wires all over the place. So we'll do on character movement component updated. See, this reference is gonna break. There we go, we fix it. We're gonna need a new variable, and we'll call this minimum speed threshold. So you're gonna be float. I think we said 500. I'll go to say 400. Now we just gotta say, is this less than or equal to speed minimum threshold? If it is, we're gonna say end ability. Something else what we need to do on end ability is unbind this update thing. So unbind movement. Yeah, that one. You always gotta make sure you choose the singular one, because if you do, for example, unbind events, it's gonna unbind all events regardless of where they are in your project. And I think only on Blueprint side. I don't know if any delegates on the C++ side will be affected, but you gotta be careful with that. Yeah, we can use the same dispatcher. So this should also handle when we let go. So let's print just to make sure. Yeah, it happened to us actually on at Digital Arrow when we worked on Aquanax. There were some cases where, you know, we were accidentally removing all delegates, and we're like, okay, why the fuck does this break seemingly out of nowhere? And it turns out we were unbinding all events. So, you know, it's like a hashtag whoopsies. So yeah, we had the print string. So again, first we'll test this holding down the C key. We let go, and just the print string stops. And then let's try our threshold. That works. Let's see if it works when we collide with something. Yep. Okay. That in general feels a lot better. Now I want to work. I kind of want to. I need to figure out, because like I said, I want to give like an interesting velocity boost and directional boost if you jump out of the slide, maybe like within the time window as well. So say like you're sliding and like you do it almost immediately or something like that. Like honestly, there'll have to be like visual cues added to know when this window is like starting and stopping. Because like it wouldn't make sense much if you were to get like a boost like towards the end of it. So we would definitely have to also work with gameplay cues at some point to make this feature a little more polished. I just gotta really figure out like a robust way of knowing that like the previous state. Maybe I could do it by a tag. Look at jump, because all of it's in code, so we're gonna have to fuck with some code, I guess. We have some overridable functions. We don't want to activate ability from event. I guess we could, because you can add like loose gameplay tags and stuff like that. And I think it's okay, like in terms of like a single player experience. Let's see, add loose. Is there really no loose? Or is that like PTF specific stuff? Okay. Let me see. Okay, there is add gameplay tag. So loose is it's a terminology that we're using at People Could Fly, so I can't really say what what it is. So disregard what I was saying there. It's not a thing that's in base vanilla gameplay ability system. But we should be able to add a tag. Can we remove gameplay tag? Okay. So can I get tag container? Okay, can I get the ability system component? Not really. It's literally like, I believe when we mean by loose, it's like it's literally just a single tag that's not really attached to anything. It's like its own kind of entity, because like most times when you apply tags, it's in tag containers, like you see on the right hand side. I don't know how well you can see that kind of stuff, but you know, you have your activation own tags, activation, you know, all these different things. And this is literally like a loose tag that's not really attached to any kind of container. Like you can apply it to a container like I'm trying to do now, but in itself it's loose, I suppose. So yeah, let's see. Do I have a container? So tag container. So I don't know if I have what I require though. I don't leave it as a variable. Whoops. Container tags. Okay, I guess I could do it like that. Let's do an experiment. And let's add a gameplay tag. We'll say stat. I don't know if we want to make it a status or we want to make it like an event. Like I'm weary to call this event because like the tag itself, we're not using it as an event, so it's probably not the best thing to say. So I'll probably want to say like an effect. So effect dot slide dot jump boost window. And of course, you know, we always gotta add a comment. That's always what we want to do. All right, the sliding window the sliding window for when jumping is boosted. So let's see, because we do have this ability debug that we kind of worked on very early on in the project. So we have own tags, right? So we're sprinting, and then I slide. And so yeah, this tag is not actually being added. You see like we don't have effect dot window. So that doesn't really work. So do I have to do something like this? Let's try, this shouldn't make a difference, but let's try it anyway. Yeah, no. Because it takes a reference. Oh, okay. It's gonna open, cancel. So this is what we have. So add gameplay tag. So this. So it literally just adds this tag. So there is no. So this definitely doesn't do what I was hoping it would do. We can still achieve the same thing. We can achieve the same thing by using a gameplay effect. So that might be just the way we want to go about doing it. So let's create a new gameplay effect. So hero gameplay effect, HGE for hero gameplay effect, slide underscore jump boost window. And we can actually set like kind of the duration within this as well. And you know, like ideally we would have a curve table that we kind of pull in. And I think we do have a curve table, I just don't know exactly for this kind of stuff. That could be also something here. So maybe consider time window. We can just basically say create a skill value, like a skill values curve table in G Sheets or something. It doesn't necessarily have to be in G Sheets. So you would use Google Sheets if you had like a larger, you know, studio or something, and you would want to be able to, you know, because, you know, more or less Perforce and G Sheets have historical means to track changes and stuff like that. So I guess it's really up to personal preference on how you want to handle that. We probably won't do a curve table right now. Too much work for it right now. But honestly, we can have a duration policy. And we can literally make... What's going to be actually interesting about this, what we can do, this actually might be for the better that we're doing with the gameplay effect. So let's just say it's 1 second window. And we can say, yeah, we add the effect tag. So effect dot slide boost window, and you know, we can have some things like, you know, just for safety concerns, like, because we would only want this gameplay effect to be applied while we're sliding. You know, we don't want anyone accidentally applying this tag and then having it do its thing without us really controlling it. So say for example, some designers was like, oh, I'm gonna fucking apply this gameplay effect outside of the context of sliding. What you can do, you know, there's different levels of ways you can handle that. The way we're going to handle it is via ongoing and application tag requirements. So they're both kind of self-explanatory, but I will explain it anyway, because I research this stuff all the fucking time, and it's just stuck in my head now. So ongoing tag requirements. Basically, you could say, all right, while this, so our time window is 1 second, right? Yeah, just bitch slap the designer and be like, it's not, no, you really gotta slap yourself, because you really need to foolproof your work. You gotta basically encapsulate everything as best as you can, so that if a designer felt like doing that, it wouldn't work, because that's not the intended design. So ongoing, I believe both ongoing and application tag requirements require that the duration policy be either duration or infinite. It's not going to work for instant gameplay effects. So that's the first part. So basically, ongoing tag requirements, it's like, so basically you have to either, you can have required tags or ignore tags. So basically what we can say is, while this gameplay effect is active in this 1 second window, we have to make sure that certain tags are there. So obviously we have like status dot is sliding, and we can also like say, like for example, if we wanted to ignore, so say you're sliding, but then you also I don't know, you do something else, but when you do that other thing, there's just, like, you have a tag for it. You can basically say, okay, this tag's here, and it's under the ignored tag container. Basically, this effect removes itself. And so we don't really have anything like that. We don't need anything right now. We just need the required part. So we got to make sure that status is sliding. So status sliding. And coincidentally enough, same thing as for the application tag requirement. And so basically, when this gameplay effect is attempted to apply, so you're trying to apply the gameplay effect, it'll check if the ability system component who's trying to get this effect applied to, we'll check if that tag is present. If it is, it'll continue. And then you have a couple other ways about applications, just for fun knowledge, I guess. You have application section here, and under there you have chance to apply to target, which is literally a 0 to 1 value treated as a percentage, where 0 is 0%, 1 is 100%. And you can basically just say, okay, give this 20% chance of applying or not. Honestly, I don't think that's the best way to go. There is a second option, which is an application requirement, which in itself is its own unique class. It's a gameplay effect custom application requirement, which basically it returns a boolean a function that returns a boolean that you can then override. So you can test against a couple different things, really. I don't want to get too much into detail with that. But basically, this is all we need. And I think all we have to do now is just apply gameplay effect to owner. And in most cases, you definitely want to keep this spec handle. So I believe it's, what type is it? So active gameplay effect handle. So we'll just say sprint window handle. Primary reason why you want to do that is just so you can easily remove it. Like, there's a couple different ways you can remove a gameplay effect. This is the most straightforward because it's specifically by this handle. So like on endability, for sure, we'll want to remove it. Even though it is, it does have a short duration of 1 second. We might end the ability prematurely than that, and we don't want that hanging around longer than we need to. So let's just see if this in general works. This should. I don't know how well you guys can see my debugging in the top left corner. Oh my god, I'm gonna fall. Whoops. I don't know how well you guys can see that. But let's see. So, yep, okay, so we got the slide window. So maybe 1 second is even too long, but more or less we got there. So we'll need to make it 0.5. And actually, we don't want to actually remove it on the end of the ability, because like if we do that, like the whole point of this time window thing is so we know from the jump side to actually boost the character, because they're like in that window. So that's actually wrong on my behalf. But we do want to apply this maybe a little later. So we want what? Wait task. It's not. I always confuse these. I don't know if it's the. I think it's task wait delay. And we don't need this shit. So we'll say 0.5. And we'll do this, while also at the same time continuing. So like now, it won't actually apply immediately. It'll wait 0.5 seconds. Alright, so it didn't, which tells me I got the wrong task. So wait delay. Yeah, it's the ability one, that's my bad. I always get those two mixed up, no matter how many times I do this. So let's try again. Yeah, there we go. So maybe half a second's too long. Oh yeah, and we just found ourselves a bug. So while we're sprinting it in the air, if we do that, it actually slides. So I jump, speed. It's kind of cool, but not our intended. Design, easy fix, luckily, because we have all these tag containers. So we have to say activation blocked when we're falling. Should be as simple as that. So let's try again. Jump, see, yep, nothing happens, and then we can jump like that. And what we could do now, I'm not 100% sure. We could try to see if we could do it. Do we have a gameplay queue anywhere? So yeah, what is gameplay effect level? So basically, when you have a curve table, you know, you have rows and you have columns, right? Each row is its own kind of label of what the value represents. So for example, say you have like, for example, Outriders. You have the skill Heat Wave. In the curve table, you have the Heat Wave row, and each column is the item level or your player's level. So basically, you pull in, you basically tell the curve table, you know, what column you're looking for, so that if you do pull in a data table, for example, you'll kind of know what kind of value to pull from. Obviously, we don't need that right now, but that's what it does. It just pulls the column based off player level or any kind of arbitrary level that you want to call it. So now, let's see if we can get the gameplay queue. So, I don't know. I don't think it can't be like a fire and forget kind of thing. Let's just make a typical gameplay queue. So it's gonna be now that one's deprecated. So we're gonna make actor, and I'm curious. Okay, it lets me make it. So HGC for hero gameplay queue, and we'll say slide, jump, boost, window, right? Okay, so this was the warning I was looking at. So this asset must be moved to a valid location. So game hero gameplay cues. So I definitely. Why did it make two of them? Alright. I forget where you have to. I forget where you have to specify this directory. I don't know if it's in project settings. Let's see. Tronic S gameplay queue. Da da da. Da 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 da. Okay, I found it. So I believe this is what we're looking for. This is done in default game. So it's under config default game. Here we go. So we definitely don't want that to be under gameplay cues. I think that was just being overzealous. I think it could just be done in Hero. So I believe we gotta just restart. Hold on, I'm getting some messages. Sorry about that. And about 90% of game development or any kind of technical prowess is knowing how to Google and knowing what you're looking for and knowing how to phrase your question correctly. So that's one takeaway that I can always recommend to people is you don't have to actually be as smart as you think you have to be. You just gotta know how to. You just need to know how to navigate Google. So we should be okay now. Let's look at our perforce. Okay, so no MGCs were created. Perfectly good. All right, here we go. Yeah, let's try again. Boom. Okay, we're good. But I kind of want to, by default, extend my own gameplay queue class, just in case we need to do any kind of fancy, wonky shit in the future. I doubt we will, but whatever. You know, we might as well try and be cool. So I really should have actually not closed out the editor. Bum, 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 bum. Alright, let's do this again, but actually do it through the editor. New C++ class. Show all classes, and then we'll do gameplay queue. And we'll do notify actor. And we'll call this hero. I don't know if I want to do hero gameplay queue. Actor. How the rest of our stuff? Alright, so we do have that. I guess I could just do hero gameplay queue underscore actor. And we'll make a folder, of course. Gameplay queue. Gameplay queues. Boom. And create a class. Okay. I still have a little bit of coffee left. Now it's gonna be like iced coffee. This one is a vanilla eclair. It does taste very vanilla-like, and it's very good. We don't care about that. We can fix any errors in a second. So we're gonna do two things. Let's double check. Like I gotta like hot reload this because yeah, gameplay queue's not there. I did not. Fuck. Okay. Is there a way to refresh? Like I always say, like yeah, use writer, but like I don't know how to use. I don't know how to use writer too well. Collapse, expand. Ooh. Is there really no like? There you go. No index. What does that mean? Let's just try to compile. We'll kind of hope for the best. Maybe it's missing something. Okay. No such file or directory. Nay, nay, I think you lie, but whatever. Let's reopen up Writer. Eventually. And I skipped the gym today. I feel so fat, and I skipped yesterday too. Ugh. Not looking so good. All right, so still no gameplay queue or anything. So I guess I fucked up by not letting it refresh correctly. So what we can do is just get rid of binary and intermediate. Okay, let's also do a quick regenerate on Visual Studio Projects. Wink, wink. And then, now let's open up Project Solution again. Maybe we got it this time. Oh no. Interesting. How did I fuck that up? I mean, I've made new classes all the fucking time. What am I doing wrong? Okay, here's the gameplay cues folder. Bam. Okay, so I'm not crazy. Cool shit. Good to know. Good to know. Okay, so we should be able to compile now. So it's gonna compile a good amount of stuff, whatever, we can live with that. Yeah, but this espresso coffee thing, whatever it is, it does give me a lot of energy. I'm kind of hyped up right now. Well, that's a good side effect, I suppose. Man, this one guy is posting on my Facebook thing, commenting about wanting fucking information about the game. Alright, good. He likes it. We're good. Okay, glad to hear. I'm glad tomorrow's Friday. I have a decent weekend lined up. Gonna have a birthday party for some friends tomorrow. Saturday is gonna be one for the boys. One's gonna be for me, I should say. Okay, build fit. So gameplay cues. Oh, I know why. Let's see, hero. There you go. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Alright, so we're good to go. All that really just to have our own kind of base class to work with gameplay cues, because again, we might want to extend from it, and so that we don't really have to mess with the actual base gameplay ability system. We could just mess with our inherited class of it. So now, like in theory, we can go, I think we can go to, yeah, and then we'll do hero gameplay cue actor, right? And you know, more or less to go with the same as your normal gameplay cue. So not much really that's there, which is kind of surprising, but I'm trying to remember. Let's compare it to a normal gameplay cue. Just make sure I'm not crazy, right? Yeah, so it's the same. What does a simple one look like? Or should I say static? Yeah, not much else, right? So what I want to do now, just for my own kind of sake, I suppose. I forget which config file it is. I think it's default editor. Yes. So basically you could have well, right now I was just working on creating my own extension of the gameplay cue, just in case we want to add stuff to it. So we just made a hero gameplay cue class that extends from gameplay cue actor, and now I'm going to you'll see what this whole thing does in a second. Basically, it gives you these shortcuts in the actual editor, so you can access these classes a little faster. So I'm just gonna copy this verbatim. So script hero gameplay cue underscore actor, then asset class equals script engine dot blueprint. Let's see if I did this correctly on the first try. So now, if I did it correctly, we have blueprint class, and then we have our hero gameplay cue actor right here. Obviously, we would add, you know, a more verbose comment and code, but now we have, you know, you can pick it here, and it'll be, you know, much easier for you to create this kind of asset. You would do these for assets that you kind of do and create most often, so like gameplay effects, gameplay abilities, and gameplay cues would be perfect examples of that, so that's why you kind of want to do something like this. And I kind of want, I'm curious how Tranak did, so he's got the master, and he's got he does have an Unreal Engine 5 version. So I believe currently I'm on 426, so let me just confirm which ones I have. Yeah, 426, 425, 427. Oh, there's already an update for 5? Nice. I'll let it do that. So we need 426, right? So let's go 426. And I don't have this in my project library, right? Do we see Tranec anywhere? No. Okay. How do I want to do this? So code, open with GitHub Desktop, since we have that. Let's try that again. Nope. I don't want to download anything. So open with GitHub Desktop. So repository URL. Let's change the local path. I'll do gas Tranec. I don't have anything. I do have gas documentation 425, but whatever. We're just gonna redo that. So clone. We'll see how quickly we can get this up and running. I want to examine how he's doing gameplay cues. I want to know if he's doing anything unique. Just to make sure I'm not going to waste my time trying to figure out the best way to do a gameplay cue. I also feel like I'm talking a mile a minute. Again, this espresso that I drank. I don't know. I'm getting the energy. I can feel the caffeine. Like before I started streaming, I was so tired. Now I feel like I'm on crack. Alright. So we got that. So let's close out of everything but writer. Let's get a new directory open. So gas, Tranec, boom, boom, boom. I think I have to generate Visual Studio project files. I always say YouTube and are you talking about like is that Korana? Is that Gorana? Like what's that one Serbian is that the name of that Serbian drink? The one with the owl on it? I forgot what that one's called. I used to drink that so much. Can't remember what it's called. Okay, so we have the solution file. Yeah, we trust it. New window. And we got the deck. It's nice that the gas documentation opens up like this within Writer, and I guess it also does the same thing with Visual Studio. That's always kind of convenient, and I think that's super cool. So it's loading everything. Yeah, Gorana is the owl. Yeah. I don't know, like, I only drink Red Bull when I'm like doing Jaeger bombs or something. I try to avoid energy drinks, just like for the sake of energy drinks. Okay, has it loaded everything source? So player, controller, characters, abilities. I don't want to move anything. No, so, okay. I don't know why he thinks I'm moving shit. Okay, so he doesn't have his own extended gameplay queue class, which is nice. Alright, see you in a little bit, Sandra. But yeah, energy drinks in the morning? I don't know. That sounds sus. And it looks like Unreal Engine is streaming as well. What's the topic? Fluid simulation in Unreal Engine 5. I'm gonna send this to Christoph. Maybe he'll be interested in it. I don't know if he's watching right now. Sometimes he says he watches but doesn't say anything, so maybe he's lurking, but... you go, Chrissy. Alright, so it looks like it's compiling stuff, so I'll let it do its thing, you know what I mean? Don't want to mess with that. Alright, so Writer is ready to use, maybe? Let that bad boy compile. I hope I pass out hard tonight. That would be nice. But yeah, and tomorrow I gotta do home workout. I gotta do some ab. You know, I barely have any. I have like just a fat stomach. It's just because of like it's mostly my portion control, man. Like my portion control sucks. Sometimes I like if I have good days, I overeat. If I have bad days, I overeat. It's just a constant state of overeating flux. You know. So I gotta get over that somehow. Okay, it's doing a bunch of stuff. Boom, boom, boom. I should be able to compile this now. I know, fingers crossed at least. But yeah, documentation like this too, it like gives me such a boner. Like, it's so good. Thank God for this guy. Oh, excuse me. Now I'm feeling tired after the coffee. I'm just glad I kind of found like house progressive music that I actually like kind of listening to. Hopefully it's entertaining for the background. And I'm sure I'm gonna get copyright strikes and stuff like that, but whatever. How are we doing? Almost halfway. How's everybody else doing in the chat? I don't know how much longer I even want to stream for tonight. I had like weird difficulty problems at the beginning for like 20 minutes, so I'm kind of losing track of how long my uptime is. Gas documentation. Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 ba-dum, ba-dum, bum. Yeah, Netflix just is losing $54.3 billion of market value in one day. Okay, so basically what Epic is talking about in that live stream is not very valuable. Based on what Christoph is saying. Dun, 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 dun. All right, we're almost done. I hope it's gonna be worth it. I hope it. He definitely has gameplay cues. I know from like the examples I remember in the past. I just want to see how he does it. Like, cause like it's an actor, so like, are they really literally having particle system components? Or just kind of activating them, deactivating them as we want? Or is there more to it that maybe I'm not understanding? Wait, why is it opening in Unreal 5? Ah, shit. Okay, I know why. I didn't switch the master branch again. Oh well. Not a big deal. It's fine that we got going to Unreal 5 anyway. We're gonna have to eventually migrate Project Hero there. But it also kind of shitty because I'm currently updating. Or did my update? Yeah, install failed. God damn it. Alright, well, I'll do this in my own time, right? What? Okay. Alright, we're gonna let it compile whatever shaders it needs to compile as well. We'll let it chill. So health, damage, health regen. Guess while that's going, let's go into the browser. I forget the syntax. So I have to be like class equal, and then Q, gameplay Q, Q. Okay, so we do have GC stun. Reference viewer, not referenced really much anywhere. It's probably by tag. Show in the folder view. So literally just one. One gameplay cue, but they are handled as components, right? Okay, so the editor is kind of frozen. There we go. So not a big deal. So basically what we do, on activate or on active? No, just on remove. Okay, so like, it makes sense that they only do on remove. And it spawns this deactivate thing. So what's the point of these? That's interesting. So let's let it finish compiling shaders. Well, like, how does the stun even work, though? We'll have to. Let's see if we could track it down. Because it's literally within here. So hero shared stun, and we could search for references, right? And then GE standard stun. All right, so it's in the meteor. Okay, relatively easy to track down, right? So let's play. And Q? No, R. Alright, so there's the stun effect, and then boom. Okay. Makes sense. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if we ever want to do any kind of targeting in our game. Might be worthwhile. What's weird about this, though, is you can't seem to cancel it. Oh, left control is to cancel. The fucking UI was right there. And then Q is the dash. And then that's sprinting. I wonder how they handle that sprinting though. That is kind of cool. Maybe that's definitely something worthwhile that I would like to look into. Maybe we can get some information there about it. So hero abilities, sprint. So it is the gameplay key. So it destroys this component. So while active. Okay, so it attaches these two things to the feet. Okay. Interesting enough. It would be nice to kind of jack this. Because yeah, I think it's all based off velocities of ribbon data. So I think if you just drop it in, nothing happens. Yeah, but as you move it, you see like wah, 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 wah. So that would definitely be something cool to add for some sort of layer of polish. I'll have to write that down, I think. Do I have any information on sprinting? Convert sprinting to C++. So use VFX for sprinting from Manic documentation. Ribbon trail. We'll probably want to use that for the bow and arrow as well. So now that we kind of fucked around and found out, we can actually better handle how we want to do gameplay cues for Project Hero. Resume that update. Let's go back. And again, the whole point of this gameplay cue is to kind of emphasize that time window. So you kind of know when to press it, right? We never want to hide this kind of information from the player. We always have to give some sort of, no pun intended, but some sort of cue to let them know, hey, this is the window, go ahead, jump and you'll get a boot in some way. So let's go ahead and make the gameplay cue. And just because it's going to drive me crazy, okay, we're going to add a thing. So, Project Hero derived gameplay cue actor class. Use this instead of like boom, boom, boom. I want you in my room. There we go. And then obviously HGC underscore slide underscore jump boost window. Cool, no errors. We're cool like that. So definitely we gotta add, because I believe we don't have actual like a gameplay cue tag hierarchy. So it is mandatory for gameplay cues to work. They have to be starting with gameplay cue. That's just a caveat of the gameplay ability system in the text. So gameplay cue ability dot slide dot jump window. You gotta be as verbose as you can. So visuals tag for slide ability jump window. Cool. Yeah, I do need to hydrate, don't I? Thank you for that. So now we go into the window here. And yeah, it only shows gameplay cues. So boom, 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 boom. and we'll know for sure it's going to work, we can always override some things. So we could do override on, I believe, I'm never sure if it's on active or on execute. So we'll do on active. And we'll just literally just print the whole thing. And we'll see if it works. So yeah, we got hello. Boom. It's kind of cool we slide off of rocks. So boom, hello. So I don't know what particle effect would be best. We can honestly, this could all just be placeholder. Let's see what we have. Not much. All right, so we have P Sparrow buff home screen. Well, again, what this gameplay queue is going to be doing is more of a gameplay visual to tell you that it's the time window where you can jump out of the slide to get a vertical and directional boost in your speed. It's not for that realistic physical layer of you sliding on the ground. That is going to be something for sure at some point, but this is more for the gameplay side of things, not for that part. So I'm just trying to figure out what would best look. So I'm not sure what this is. Yeah, I'm thinking more like Magic. This doesn't have a strong visual presence. Like, as you saw, I kind of lost it. That's kind of interesting, but no. Rain of Arrows. That's gonna be cool. I want that to be an ability for sure. That could be like an AoE thing at some point, right? Maybe a piece. That'd be kind of cool to have when you're sliding. Let's try that. Let's just see how that looks. So yeah, particle system burst. We want to attach. Do we want to do it like this, or no? We don't want to do it like that. Let's do spawn particle at location, I guess. World context object. Get actual location should be enough. Guess I think we could just do that. Since it is a burst thing, we shouldn't really have to worry about it, but we'll do our due diligence. So we'll say burst VFX, and then on remove. We'll see how that looks, right? And just for the sake of clarity, we'll just check if this is valid. Then we'll say what? Destroy? I want to say like, maybe we want to deactivate. And then destroy. Oops. I hope this is all well and good. We'll find out very shortly. Kind of, yeah. I kind of, I think I have an idea what we can do. So like instead of it being kind of flat like that, maybe we can have it like kind of pushing you back like a wind kind of thing. And definitely make it more subtle. So rotation, so it's roll pitch yaw, right? Yeah. Roll pitch. So I think 90 the pitch is gonna be doing what I want to do. Or at least I think. Yeah, kind of. I'll have to like look in slow motion. I don't think so. Let's do 90, 90. Kind of. I honestly can't tell. Because, like, alright, this is what I want to do. Right? So, right now, it's like that. What I would like is something... Oh, wait. Why is my rotation not snapped? I want to do something, I believe, like this. Yeah. So maybe like that, and then rotated 180. So we'll do something like that, 90, 180. And then we'll want it to spawn kind of a little bit more in front of you. So we can do a little bit of vector map, right? So we get the actor location plus get actor forward vector times a certain distance. We'll say like 300 or something, because we should be sliding into it. Maybe that'll give us a better impression. Close. That looked right. So the whole rotation is just kind of off. And the scale has a little bit left to be desired. Can I do like get control rotation? I would have to cast. Yeah, it might be aligned to world. Like maybe I have to like spawn emitter attached. And then it'll be we'll cast to hero character. Mesh. And then location. Location type, world scale, I think. Let's just see what kind of monstrosity we're gonna get. Alright. Doesn't even appear. Like, luckily, it will appear here. So let's eject. Where is it appearing? Oh, it appeared there. Okay, so just not going. Let's see. keep relative offset. Let's just see if that's the problem. Nope. So I have that, I have that, I have that. So is it because of this component? Let's just try all these location types. Yeah, it's just not having it. I know if I supply the word none, it's going to attach to my root anyway. But the fact that like you don't really see it is another kind of problem. I don't think it's at 0, 0, 0. There we go. Definitely for the mesh itself, because I know again when it comes to our character, it is strange what we're doing because it's like the mesh is actually just the head. So it's like set master pose component, right? We do all that. Like, does it? Let's do a breakpoint because we're just kind of. So it does get there. So it goes to character mesh 0. That looks like a valid position. And then, yeah, boom. Access none, blah, blah, blah. We don't care about that. Like, so my suspicion is definitely it's this mesh. Let's try again. Spawn emitter at location. Emitter template. This one. By the way, I learned that F9 is a shortcut for breakpoint. Nice. I'm just so knee deep in my ways that I don't remember that. Alright, can we get control rotation? Can we do it like that? Let's just see what the end result looks like, right? So we're running, we're sprinting. Okay. Close. It's probably gonna be a bad idea. So roll. Let's just see what this looks like again. Yeah, so that's always kind of fucked up. Passing the yaw. That okay, hold on. That might have been it. So maybe half that distance away. It just seems like it's like offset incorrectly, but that more or less kind of indicates what I wanted. Maybe not in the best way. Maybe 200. And yeah, 0.5. So boom. Like, should it be like that, or should it be attached? Because that definitely seems really annoying after a while, too. I don't know if like a particle effect is really the way to go. Just that midpoint, that glowing dot is distracting a bit. Okay. We can always duplicate it. And I think it's the flare. There you go. We disable that. Replace it. Let's see. That does look better. Now, just for the sake of a test, let's just see if this ability breaks if I do activate it like this, and then we call the parent. Let's just make sure we're still able to jump. Yes, okay. I forgot we can double jump. We're kind of flipping around. Alright, so now we can just check. So get owning hero character has tag. Definitely not that one. Actor has tag. Okay. Tag. So has matching gameplay tag. Sorry. So we're gonna look for effect, jump window, and if it's true. How does the jump ability work? What are we doing? Are we launching the character? There, so we're calling jump. But I guess we can more or less we'll say launch character. And we'll do what? Get forward vector. Times like 100. We'll do XY override Let's just see what this looks like, and then end ability. Does this make any difference? I can't tell. We're gonna have to make it ridiculous. We'll do 5,000. Did I also do the right tag? Yes. I guess we'll also do a print string. Alright, we'll call it like super jump or some shit. Oh, what the fuck? Super jump. Okay. So yeah, super jump is not even getting called. Perfect. Well, we suck. Let's just toggle that. So this doesn't even seem to work. Do we not, for some reason, have this tag? And we do. Is it because we're removing it too soon? I thought I got rid of that logic. Alright, let's watch. Let's make the window longer. Just for the sake of testing. We'll see what happens. So it's sliding. So it's automatically removed when we jump, which I don't understand. Oh, I know why. Oh, we got it. Something I should have explained to I explained it. So ongoing, it's the ongoing tag that's the problem. So let's try again. All right, so it should do. So we're not getting super jump still, unfortunately. I thought I was quite clever. Let's look. It is there. So we saw it. Let's do this breakpoint. Whoops. Zoom. Alright, let's try it now. Over, step over, step over. Still false. Check if the asset has a gameplay tag that matches. Okay, let's get the ability system component. Tag has any matching gameplay tag. So let's do it on the gameplay ability system component. Maybe that's what's wrong. Hold on, I'm just getting a message. Oh man, my phone is now blowing up. Hold on. Oh man. Okay, sorry about that. Let's try again. Maybe we're just... I should just fall myself back onto the grass. Let's see. Boom. Okay, step over. Now it's true. Okay, so we needed to do it on the gameplay abilities component. So assuming now we're gonna go flying. Nope. Okay, cool. But it did get super jump. So slide, boom, wee. Okay. Okay. So let's see what this looks like. Do I set that breakpoint? No. But 500 doesn't seem like enough. 1,000? 2,000? Maybe I have to override it, but we'll see. No. 800 maybe? So we jump like that, and then boom. That kind of feels good. Honestly, we're gonna have to, there's so much more things to take care of. One thing we definitely want to do is we can do remove active effects with granted tags. But what you might want to, I'm curious if this will work, honestly, because you also have these gameplay effect asset tags. They don't actually grant anything, but they're applied. So I wonder if we can do something like this. So effect, it's gonna be a new category. Effect asset tag dot ability dot ability dot slide dot jump window. So something like that. Like, I'm curious if there's this thing where you can do remove effects with applied tag. And I think it has to use this effect tag. I think. So just for the sake of testing it, make this duration 10 seconds. So we'll know for sure that it got removed by just looking at our tags, right? So we're boosting. Okay, we do that. Yes, that worked. So that's probably the best way to go. So I kind of like how that's looking. We're gonna have to convert. We're gonna have to convert everything to C++ in the best logical way. I'll probably do it next time. So I think that's gonna be it for tonight. Sandra, thanks for stopping by. Obviously, appreciate it. Tomorrow is Friday, so no streaming. Saturday, I might want to work on a tutorial for the enhanced input system that you get with Unreal 5, so I'll probably look into that. Maybe I'll stream it as a tutorial, and then upload it to YouTube, because I also want to put it on my the Unreal Answer Hub, that new community version there. You can have tutorials and stuff. I want to put it there. It's pretty useful. It's kind of cool. So I might do that on Saturday, and then Sunday I have some plans, and then Monday hopefully we'll kick off the week in a positive way, and we'll do game dev there too. So again, thanks for watching. I appreciate it, and see you soon.